All right, so I just wanted to take some time to touch on ag media convergence one more time and take a look at some real world concrete examples of what that looks like. I think often, especially for us that have grown up with internet being a major player in our lives, and this is only going to continue to be strengthened, but we've never really known what it's like to grow up without the internet. It's always been there. It's, for the most part, been a primary source for our information. I want you to take some time and think about the last time that you consumed news. And I think chances are you're going to find that it was through an app or through a website. Also want you to think about the last time that you touched or had your hands on a newspaper. When was the last time that you read the newspaper? And as our society ages, I think we're going to see this occur less and less. And so for us, it's just kind of a regular occurrence for us to see multiple medias presented in one place. And typically that's going to be a website. So media convergence, if we put another definition on it or explore another definition, is often described as technical convergence of print media to electronic media and telecommunications. You can kind of tell how old this definition is. It's from 2012 with the inclusion of telecommunications. Convergence is predominantly discussed as a result of print, television, and radio media platforms coming together. This is another description from 2012. And I think if we take a look at almost any website today, we're going to see elements of all of those things located in one place on their website. Newspapers, magazines, television, news, and radio are increasingly developing content not only for their originally intended platforms, but also for websites, YouTube, blog, and social media sites. So we're seeing these traditional media. It can be print media or it can be broadcast in the form of television and radio, are taking their content and developing it for these new and emerging medias, so YouTube, blogs, and social media sites. For you as a practitioner of ag communications, you're going to be a media producer. And so we need to be developing you and advising you to consider a multi-channel perspective from the beginning of your communication or message development. And so in agriculture communication, it's really relevant as agricultural audiences are receiving and interacting with messages through a variety of communication platforms, that you take this holistic approach to developing a message and communicating for your brand or for your organization. So we're going to take a look at some examples that do this, that provide or that I can show you to provide some concrete evidence of how agricultural communication skills and careers are evolving in the 21st century. So the first one we're going to look at is this Why I Farm. So this is actually a little background on this website. It's actually developed from Beck's Hybrids, and they are a seed cell company. So I want you to take some time to think about, why would Beck's Hybrids develop an entirely separate website to go over the issue of why I farm? I think when you begin to think about it, you're going to find that it doesn't necessarily affect their bottom line directly. They are not selling seeds on this website, Why I Farm. And I think when you begin to think about it, they're creating this sense of community, this sense of they're providing outreach to the consumer to educate them about farmers, and to humanize the farming practice, farming business. And so I think that they're able to help their business. They're able to sell more seed, or they're able to solidify customers as a long-term customer, a returning customer, by doing this type of outreach. Why I farm. So even though this isn't a sales website, it's produced by Bex Hybrid, which is a seed sale company. But it's almost kind of like a, oh, I don't know, like a checkoff program. I think when a farmer makes that decision to buy seeds, they know that if they go to Bex, Bex is doing some good things on their behalf, and so they want to support Bex. So you're going to notice blogs. They have their social media links, and they also have a couple of accounts to post videos to. So let's take a look at this. All right, so here is that website. Let me see if I can, there we go. Here's the website. We can scroll around. All of the social media links are pretty prominent. We have our blog up here as well. So we have different people kind of writing these blog posts on behalf of different farmers that are exploring different farming families. We have featured farmers, so they take on different family farms or farmers and kind of highlight. So here are some videos that we can watch. So this one is going over Mike and Doug Prawley from Hampton, Iowa, and then they also have all these videos for their support system, so different people within the family. Here's another one, Frank Dole, and then we have all of his support systems, so we can watch the different videos that highlight these individuals. Some more videos.
My grandfather started farming. Looking back, my dad was watching every person's life.
I think this is a great example of why we shouldn't have Internet Explorer anymore. I'm gonna exit out of that. So you notice everything that we have on this list are different mediums, different media. They are something that traditionally might have been print, something that might have traditionally been on broadcast, but now all reside on one website. So America's Farmers, Bayer Fund. This used to originally was from Monsanto, but Bayer bought out Monsanto and rebranded everything. But this is a scholarship or grant program that is awarded to applicants every year in 3 distinct categories. This effort also required the communication specialist to employ a combination of communication and technology skills across a variety of platforms. So once again, we have a lot of different platforms that we're all bringing into one website to help us communicate a message. So I'm going to open up this website. I'm actually going to open up there we go. So you can see that we have 3 distinct areas. These are 3 distinct funding sources, grants, scholarships, and whatnot. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we're once again going to see a collection of all of the social media links. We also have an opportunity for you to stay up to date with a newsletter or updates and reminders. We have a media kit. So once again, that's divided into their 3 fund program. But media kits are really important if you are entering into an organization that doesn't have a media kit and you're going to be responsible for communicating with the media, I think you should take some time to develop them. These kits are intended for you to be able to have pre-made, send out to a media news outlet with your press release, and they can kind of have all the information that they need. And they're typically just involving a lot of background information. So we can take a look at what one of these looks like real quick. This one's just a 2-pager. Everything you're going to see on here is just background information for the program. We can, kind of click through here and see some more information about the winners. A lot of this would be traditional print media, but they've now brought it over to to an online platform. So that's just another example. We're going to take a look at one more example, or actually two, I'm sorry. The next one we're going to look at is Harvest Public Media. And where the other two that we looked at kind of focused on their business or what they are trying to accomplish something. So first one was a business. They're trying to affect their bottom line. The second one was more of getting their word out to get more people to apply for this grant, and then announcing who the winners are. Once again, Bayer has its name on it, so, kind of affecting their bottom line as well. They're both businesses. This one, on the other hand, is not necessarily a business. This is kind of a hub for different news stories and information to be accumulated for agriculture. This site comprises a collaboration of national public radio stations and reporters covering agricultural news. In addition to delivering the stories via radio airwaves, online photos, video, and social media were used. So we can see all of the different different things we're going to see on this website in terms of media. So I am going to head back over to Chrome. Let's see. Where's Public Media? So kind of right off the bat, we have this this link to listen. We also have KCUR, that's a radio signal or radio station. But a lot of this is just news. A collection of reporters are submitting and talking about things that are happening in agriculture. We can scroll down to the bottom and we have our links to Facebook and Twitter once again. So that's definitely a common theme. Looks like they have their Twitter feed on here. But we can click through here and see some of the different things they're reporting on. We can go to their video tab and see some of the videos that they have uploaded. So once again, seeing this common theme of everything being captured within a website. All right, the last one we're going to look at is the U.S. farmers and ranchers. They use a diverse set of media to connect to their target audience. U.S. farmers and ranchers use video, podcast, blogs, websites, and social media. In addition, they also employ traditional journalistic practices to capture farmers, ranchers, and stakeholder stories. So we can take a look at their website as well. So we have all of the social media links kind of up here right away. Kind of have this news feed right here, so we can see all of their most recent blog posts. Also things that are going to go over their company and everything. We can take a look at their YouTube page to see some of the videos that they have. I really like U.S. farmers and ranchers. I think that they are setting a really fantastic example of what it means to communicate agriculture to to the public. They really have done a good job of taking the public and dividing it, and really thinking of the public as stakeholders. So they have one. We can take a look at. They have one called Food Dialogues. This is a reoccurring. Here we go. A reoccurring kind of event. They take stakeholders, bring them together, and kind of tackle some issues, things like antibiotic use, growth promoting hormones, etc. So, here up on the stage, you're going to see, looks like an FFA member. You'll probably have, I've seen different instances where they've had chefs, they've had a mom, they've had farmers. So the idea is that they're bringing all these stakeholders to one table and kind of talking about and grappling with these different issues. So if you have time, take a look at them. I think they're a fantastic template to use. So this video is kind of running a little long, but I did want to make you aware of something. When we looked at all of these examples, you're probably thinking, well, this is normal. This is typically what I would see on any website that I would go to. And that's true. This is our new norm. But before, the rise of the internet, before social media, all of these media were separate. And now everything is kind of coming together, even from a photography standpoint. We really didn't see, photography being part of a lot of websites in the beginning, just because of the amount of time that it took to load all of the information. So all these medias were separate. Media convergence is now the new normal, but we still need to talk about it and understand how to tailor all of our messages to each of the platforms that we utilize, because our audience on each of those platforms are different and they expect to consume media in a specific way. All right, so that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, always reach out and ask. Thanks.